IT industry, we all know how important release notes are. Release notes represent all the hard work done within a release. They update us on what to expect, improvements and new features. If release notes are crisp, readable and accurate, it's a lot easier for the stakeholders to grasp the content. Else, you're not in a good situation. Hello everyone, I'm Ritika Ori from Management Bliss. In this video, I'll be talking about an app called Automated Release Notes. Though this is a sponsored video, but I found this app really helpful when it comes to creating release notes. Within the video, I'll walk you through some of the cool features of the app, and in the end, I'll be providing my viewpoint. So let's get going. So it's really easy to integrate this app with your Jira. And once you integrate it, on the left hand side, you can see this automated release notes option in all the different projects within your Jira. So since I'm using Jira Cloud instance, I'm using free version of automated release notes compatible to Jira Cloud. Okay, so if we check other projects also, we can see that this automated release notes option on the left is available for all the different projects. Okay, coming back to our main project, let's click on the automated release notes option and see what's in there for us. Okay, so as we can see, there are a couple of tabs provided by this app for us. A nice visualization of different releases happening at the same time, which it displays for this particular month. So you get to know what has been planned for your project with respect to the releases for this particular month. The next option over here is week view. Yep, it narrows down the view to a particular week, as we can see over here. So a nice view. I like this one. It kind of awares me about what's happening. So a thumbs up for this view. Let's move ahead. Next on our list is rules. We'll come back to rules later. Let's first look into the templates option. Okay. Based on the functioning of this app, I'm getting that this app is trying to solve two major problems with respect to release notes. And the first one is structuring and formatting of release notes. That is, how will your release notes look like and how readable they are and in which format you want them, like you want in JSON format, PDF format, HTML format. As we can see, a lot of different templates available over here under this templates tab. So structuring problem is solved through this templates section, and next is rules, which I think helps in scheduling and distribution of release notes. Like when you want to send your release notes, who all are entitled to receive it and things like that. Okay, so as I told you, I'll come back to rules later. Let's understand templates. So we have a couple of options already provided by the app. Like we have this default Confluence template, default HTML, JSON, PDF template, and different others as well. Templates in general provide a good idea of what kind of content we can have, and that's why they have provided these different templates. Let's try and open one of them. So I'm opening this manual release email, and this is the kind of structuring you will get for a release notes if you're using the manual release email. So the subject will consist of the username who's sending this, and then the version of the release will be included in the subject as well as the project name. You can anytime go ahead, make the changes and save it over here. If you don't like the subject, fine, change it. Okay, let's move on to email body. Here we can go ahead and add our logo, change our logo. It's quite simple and things are quite obvious. Change the data as per your needs, as per you like, as per your processes. Okay, but I think they have given a quite good template kind of thing. If we don't like few things, we can just remove them. If something is missing, we can add. But I think a good start we can have from here. So then we have stories. Let's click over here and let's see what is this. So this is a JQuil section, meaning different stories included within this release. This fixed version will be pulled out from your project and will be displayed over here in this section. Okay, now you can also select this one. It says that hide the section if nothing gets returned for you. Fine. If you want to make changes, just click it, insert it, and then simply save it from here. Okay, similarly for tasks, bugs, features, improvements, let's click on bugs. Again, the same kind of JQuil is present, and we just have one change, that is the issue type is bug. Okay, save it and move on, and then you can use this template again and again. So easy to be used. And if you want to preview it, you can just click over here, select the version for which you want to see the release notes. Let's say that this release, for example, has been over and you want to send the release notes. Just click this one, select it, and just hit the preview. You will get to see that this is the kind of email that will be sent out. Okay, so we can see that the user has been added over here, and the fixed version, that is the release, has been added over here, and the project has been added within the subject, and in the body we have different stories and bugs, because that's what was present within this release. Okay, so you must be wondering that why only these 4 things. We have an option within the templates to make the changes of the content as well. So let's go back and have a look. Again, edit this section. So in this section we can see that a JQuil is there which pulls out the different stories. Then in the field section, if we go, we can add the different columns. So basically we can say that this section helps us with the rows part of the content, and what has columns have to be added for those rows we have to decide by the fields tab. So let's click it once again, and now we can see that these were the 4 things. If we don't want any of them, we can delete it, add new ones as per your processes. What you have to do is just simply hit on this drop down, and the app gets different fields from Jira which you can show as the content of your release notes. For example, we can add linked issues as well. We have to just click the add option and then insert it and simply save it from here. Okay, I don't want to do that. Let's cancel it up. For all the different other sections here, we can make similar kind of changes. If I don't want the task for my release notes, I'll just go ahead and delete it. Simple, no issues. Okay, let's cancel it. And okay, now I am again back to the template section. We have looked into the manual release email template which was provided by the app to us. But as I told you that we can go ahead and make the changes as per ours. Let's update a default PDF template and see the final results. Okay, so it's a PDF template. Level I'll be setting to local because I just want this template to be available only within my project. If you choose global, you can use this template across all the different projects you have. Okay, so let's stick to local now. Then, since this is a PDF template, a .pdf file will be sent. That is, your release notes will be a PDF file. So what would be the name? You can go ahead and change it over here. For now, it is project name, version name, and date. Let it be the same way. We don't have to do anything because within these square brackets, it's taking the dynamic content. That is, it will automatically pick the project name, version name, current date, etc. Now coming to the actual content of the file, let's start with this logo section. We can add the logo anytime. So I'll just remove this one and I'll upload the one on my system. So I'm clicking here. You can provide the path of the source, or you can just simply go ahead, find it in your system and upload it. Then change the dimensions accordingly. Save it. And yeah, I have my logo now. If you still want to change the size, go ahead and just do it through these arrows. It's very simple to do it. So then within the PDF content, they have this version and summary by default. Okay, I don't want this because it's my template. I'll make my own changes over here. But let me also change the name. Okay. So I just want stories and I don't want this new feature. It's not there in my project. I don't want to show the tasks. I want just stories and bugs. Okay, I'll keep only these sections. Okay, good. Okay, now if we want, we can add some additional content. This was part for latest release. For doubts, contact someone. We can add different variables as well. Okay, that's good to see. Okay, I can provide the username. Oh, fine, good. And I can also add user email. Okay, good enough for us. I think it will take the name of the user who has currently logged in and the email as well. Let's save it. Okay, it gives a nice pop-up to let you know that your update has been successful. Then there are other things as well. We can add some more jQuery sections. Like I can add anything more if I want. It gives us a lot of data available on Jira, so we can add anything and everything we want and get a particular section added over here. For example, I want to highlight the bugs from a particular customer, or want to highlight the most critical bugs over here. So I want to have a separate section for the most critical bugs. I can add it by simply adding a jQuery. Okay, so through this jQuery, what I'm trying to say is I want to highlight the different issues that were part of system crash because they had this label sys crash associated within this section. So this section will get all those issues which were highly critical because they crashed this system, and through this release notes I want to highlight them so that all the stakeholders are aware that these issues have also been solved. So things like that you can also do manually, but it's so much easier if you get a tool like this which gets all the different data scattered here and there in Jira. It pulls out all that data, builds it together, and gives you a nice view of what you have been doing for this release. So this was just for demonstration purposes. Anyways, let's add it. Okay, I think I missed something. Okay, so you can add any message over here if nothing gets pulled out from Jira. No critical bugs. Cool. I can also give some more readability here. Let's make it bold, italic, and let's give it a nice red color. Okay, insert. Okay, so it got inserted. The learning curve is not too high for this app. Like, it's easy if you understand just one section of it and you know a little bit about the filters and all and how to write jQuery. it's very easy to be used. Even if you don't know how to write jQuels, with little bit of understanding, it's very easy to even create your own templates. Okay, so I'm gonna save it. I would like to have a preview of it as well, and here's a preview option on the bottom right of the screen. Let's go ahead, click it, and see how the preview looks like. For the preview, I would have to select version. Okay, preview. Since it's PDF file, it got downloaded. Let's open it. Okay, a nice view of what we added, and we got one system crash for the section we added explicitly, though I didn't highlight it, but we can do it anyways, simply like going back to our template, and within this section we should give a title for this section. Let's save it once again, preview it again, and I have this section perfectly created. And also the different other things which we added in the end of the PDF have also been very well pulled out from Jira Cloud. So I really appreciate this. Moving back, I'm returning to templates. Similarly, we have different other templates also available. You can choose as per your projects. And in few projects, I've also seen that they send their release notes in the form of emails and PDFs, but also they sent their release notes in form of JSON file. So before moving to the rules tab, let's have a quick view on it. Like we had different sections in other templates, this JSON template has also segregated it very well based on the issue types. That is, the stories section is here, new features section is here, and so on. Again, same thing we can do. If we don't want all of this, we can remove and keep the things as per our requirement. Okay, cancel it. We have a create button also. Let's click it. And again, it's a similar kind of a setup, and we can create different templates as per our requirement. Okay, I'll return to templates. Since previews are free, let's see how an HTML template preview would look like. So I'll straight away go to the preview. This time let's try it out with versions that are already released. Press the preview button. I did some modifications as per my requirements, and see release notes in HTML format. Okay, moving back. Return to templates. And now I am moving on to the rules. So rules, what I think they're trying to solve the problem of how to distribute these release notes to different stakeholders, and they already have few rules created. Okay, so that's good. I can see that this is a manual release notification, that whenever you want to send the release, you have to manually trigger it. Otherwise, if you want something else, like if you want to distribute this release note as and when the version is created, I think you have to click this section. Otherwise, version release, you have to click this option. If you want to send your release notes a few days before the release, so this is also good, guys, because let's say you want to aware different stakeholders. We are about to send a release, and this is what you can expect within this release. We can configure it through here. Similarly, different other options. Okay, I can find sprint completed as well. So if you want to distribute your release notes as and when the sprint is completed, we have this option as well. Different actions also available to us, like what action we want to associate with this rule. So there's an email action. You can send an email with release information, or you have a Confluence action. You can go ahead and update or add your Confluence pages, have your release information on the Confluence. Then we can use this action. Apart from that, we have different other actions, and we also have this add release page action, which is related to this tab. So we can update the information of different releases, and we'll get to it in a while. Okay, so returning to rules, I think I would like to create one rule over here. Let's create it. Okay, CM release rule. Let's keep it manual for now. Save it. Now, once you have saved it, it will ask you to add different actions. Okay, let me add an email action. And I would like to select a PDF template. So I would like to receive an email with that PDF file, which will follow the CM PDF template, if you guys remember. Okay, then we can fill these fields if we want to. We can send it to different Jira users. We have to specify it over here. Otherwise, we can pick project roles from this option. We can send it to different Jira groups, then issue users like signee, reportee, creator, etc. And we can also send it to different email addresses. So for the time being, I'm adding my address over here. If you don't want everyone to see who else is getting the email, we can check this option out. Now let's save it. Okay, I think I missed something. Yeah. So I'll select manual release email. Okay, so it will send the content on the email, plus it will send PDF file. So good. Let's save it. And it was easy to create a rule, returning back to rules. And as and when I want these automated release notes to be sent to different stakeholders, I just have to click on this button. It will definitely ask me for which release you're opting. Okay. And this is also good, guys, because that app sends you a notification that your action has been successful. Okay. Okay, I'm into my email section, and I actually got this email with the PDF as well as the content in the email. So wonderful job done by automated release notes. Okay, so far so good. Let's also just click on this PDF file to open it and verify whether it has the same content as we configured in our template. Let's open it. Yeah. So it's the same one. It has the same content what we saw earlier while we were creating the template. So thumbs up here as well. Now let's again move back to the rules section on the app. Okay, similarly we can create some more rules. Like I told earlier that we can create a rule whenever your sprint gets completed. You can send release notes to everyone through this rule. You have to select the option sprint completed. If you want to send the release note once version is released, you can select this option. So there are a couple of different options available to you, and you can go ahead and explore these things and customize it based on your process. Okay, returning to rules. Then we have this release pages and widgets. And similar to templates, we can configure release pages as well. Again, you can create a release page based on the template you choose, and then can directly share these release pages or widgets with the target audience. If you guys remember, while we were looking into the rules, we had one action that was add release page action. So in order to create release pages automatically, we have to do the configuration within a rule that has an action related to add release pages. Let me show you once. Just for the demonstration purposes, I'm opening this create rule, and here we see that we have an add release page action. So if you create a rule and you add a release page action over here, then whenever this rule is run, you will see a release page created over here. For example, here it is 0 releases. I have configured a release page just like we can configure templates. Okay, let's open it. Here you can specify the image and what all data you would like to see on the release page. And again, this is the jQuery field which says that it will pull up all the issues within the range of a particular project and fixed version. Okay, this I have already configured. I'm going back to rules, create a rule. For simplicity, let's keep it manual. Let's add this release page action. We've already created this release page testing template. So we'll select this one and save it. Returning to rules, rule created. Let's run it again. I have to select the version as usual. Okay. Rule has been triggered. Let's watch out in the release pages and widgets. Yeah, we have some updates over here. Let's open it. Let's view it. Actually, this page is for testing that when your release will be out, so these will be the fields which will be visible on the release page. And I'll show you the release page towards the end of the video. Okay, so whatever template we created, it's showing us all these issues which are related to the particular version we selected. Okay, close it. Again, it's up to us how we want to use this app. Then I can also see the logs, and here it will show you different logs, like it's showing that I created this rule. Then we also have a lot of help. Okay, so if you need any help, you have to come to this section. There are a lot of documents available. Let's click and have a look. Okay, so very well categorized and very good documentation done specific to the learning of each and every block of this app. And there are videos available, and they also have their YouTube channel with information, and they also have some sample release notes. So a lot of helpful content available for this app. Then they've also given a view of their roadmap where you can have a look on what's happening, and then if you want to reach out to them, there's also a support section available. So overall, a really useful app with respect to creating automated release notes. So before I provide my viewpoint on this app in the end, let's also have a quick look into the free and paid versions of this app. And they have a page created where they're highlighting the differences between the paid and the free versions of ARN app. And there's some limitations with the free version. As you can see here, you can only have 5 rule executions per month for the free version, while it's unlimited for the paid version. Then template previews are unlimited for both paid and free versions. All the templates are available for both the versions. All rule triggers are available for both the versions. As we can see, we can configure it only for 2 projects, but we can select unlimited projects for the paid version. Then ARN branding cannot be removed in the free version. So one can come to this page and explore what is available for the free version and paid version. And paid version is also not expensive. So, and if the organizations are bigger, there are a lot of projects going on and a lot of things are happening. There's cross-project relation happening all the time. So for that, I think paid version will be better, but you're always free to go and find out what's good as per your setup. From my viewpoint, I found this app really helpful, especially for the bigger setups where a lot is happening at the same time. I recommend using it but do explore yourselves what works for you. That was all in this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing, and bye for now.